In this video, we'll discover the power of setting smart financial goals, how they've transformed my financial health, and how they can do the same for you. If you feel like you're constantly trapped in a never-ending cycle of bad money habits, you're not alone. Studies show that many people struggle to break free from bad habits. But what if I told you that there's a proven method to escape this cycle and regain control over your finances? With a master's degree in finance and working as a professional in the field for the last years, I had to figure out a way to set goals that are actually achievable. Trying different goal setting strategies for quite some time, I know how hard it is to differentiate between good and bad advice. I found that setting smart goals was the best way to set goals for me and to actually set myself up to achieve them. Not only did setting smart goals work for me in my financial life, but it did so for many others with their business and personal goals. So much so that even Tony Robbins calls it the best goal setting technique to achieve success. Before we dive into the power of smart goals, it's essential to identify your bad money habits. Recognizing my bad habits was the first step towards financial security and a better future for me. Now you might be wondering, what are bad money habits? Well, these are behaviors that stand in the way of our financial progress and hold us back from achieving our goals. Some common examples include impulsive spending, living paycheck to paycheck, not saving or investing, and ignoring our overall financial health. When I first started my financial journey, I too had my fair share of bad money habits. I was going out a lot during my time at university, spent a lot of money eating out, and on drinks as well. At the beginning, I struggled to save even a small portion of my income. After my first year at university and after having my first finance courses, I realized that these habits were preventing me from building a solid financial foundation. So how do you identify your bad money habits? The key is to be honest with yourself and take a critical look at your spending, saving, and overall financial behavior. Here are the steps I took to identify mine and that you can follow as well. First, track your expenses for at least a month, better even 3 months. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and help you identify any problem areas. You might be surprised to discover how much you spend on non-essential items like daily coffee runs, subscriptions, or online shopping. Second, analyze your spending patterns and identify any triggers that lead to impulsive or excessive spending. For example, do you tend to splurge when you're stressed, bored, or hanging out with friends who love to go shop or go out? Understanding these triggers can help you develop strategies to avoid or overcome them. Third, take a close look at your financial goals and assess whether your current habits are aligned with them. If you find that your habits are derailing your progress, it's time to take action and make a change. Once you've identified your bad money habits, you're ready to break free from them and start making positive changes. And that's exactly where smart goals come in. Now that we've covered the importance of identifying our bad money habits, let's dive into the power of smart goals and how they can help you achieve financial security like they did for me. So what are smart goals and why are they so important in breaking bad money habits? SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These 5 components work together to create a powerful framework for goal setting that ensures you stay on track and achieve your financial objectives. By the way, this does not only work for financial goals, but is super effective for goals you might have in other areas of your life too. So let's dive deeper into each part of SMART goals. First, specific. As we said earlier, it's crucial to have a clear and well-defined goal. Instead of saying, I want to save money, we should be specific. Like for example, I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a house. This clarity provides us with a clear target to aim for, and it helps us stay focused on what we want to achieve along the way. Second, measurable. A measurable goal allows us to track our progress and stay motivated. For example, if our goal is to save about $15,000, we can break it down into smaller milestones, like for example, saving $1,000 a month. By doing this, we can easily measure our progress and make adjustments if needed. Third, achievable. Our goal should be realistic and attainable considering our current financial situation and resources. While it's great to go for big goals, setting unrealistic goals can lead to disappointment and demotivation. So make sure the goal you set for yourself is challenging, but also achievable within your income, expenses, and commitments. Fourth, relevant. Our goal should align with our values, priorities, and long-term objectives. For example, if your primary focus is to become debt-free, it might not be relevant to set a goal to buy an expensive Mercedes or other luxury car. By ensuring that your goal is relevant, you'll stay committed and engaged in the process. Fifth, time-bound. Lastly, our goal should have a deadline or a time frame for when we want to achieve it. Setting a time limit helps create a sense of urgency and keeps us accountable. It also allows us to break our goal down into smaller, manageable steps so that we can then tackle them on a daily or weekly basis. I've personally experienced the power of SMART goals, and it has played a vital role in breaking my own bad money habits and setting myself up for financial security and success. Since discovering the method in my early university years, I've used it to achieve exceptional results there, working my way up the career ladder in finance, and still use it today to set my goals and achieve them. Now that we understand the power of SMART goals, let's go through the steps to set your own SMART financial goals one by one. Step 1. Assess your current financial situation and identify areas for improvement. Begin by taking an honest look at your finances and review your income, expenses, debts, savings, and investments. Identify areas where you may be struggling, such as high interest debt or insufficient savings. This initial assessment will help you determine what financial goals you need to set in order to make meaningful progress. Step 2. Define specific and measurable financial goals. It's crucial to set goals that are clear and quantifiable. For me, one of my first goals was to set up an emergency fund and save about 6 months of my monthly expenses. As I was in university, I worked as a tutor, which allowed me then to save about $500 per month at first to make it measurable. As my income increased, I also increased my monthly goal. Step 3. Ensure your goals are achievable and realistic based on your resources. For example, if you're currently struggling to pay off debt, it might not be realistic to set a goal of becoming a millionaire in the next year. Saving about $500 per month at first for me, for example, still allowed me to enjoy my student life, go out, eat out occasionally as well, and still focus on my studies. Step 4. Align your goals with your values and long-term vision. If you value traveling and experiencing new cultures, one of your financial goals might be to save for an international trip. Aligning your goals with your values will make them more meaningful and help you stay motivated and achieve them. As I'm German, for example, I was lucky to study in Europe and therefore did not have to take on any student debt. Therefore, my first goal was to achieve financial security, and that meant saving for an emergency fund of about 6 months. Step 5. Set time-bound deadlines for achieving your goals. As I started saving after my first year of my bachelor studies, I wanted to achieve my goal of an emergency fund at the end of my bachelor. It was ambitious, but working next to my studies helped making it a realistic goal. And finally, it's essential to emphasize the importance of flexibility and adjusting your goals as needed. Life is unpredictable and your financial situation may change over time. Be prepared to reassess and modify your goals if your circumstances change or if you find that your initial goals were too ambitious or too conservative. At the end of my bachelor studies, I, for example, took part in an exchange for my last semester, which was in Hong Kong. Having the once-in-a-lifetime chance of studying there, I wanted to make the most of my time, so I spent more money enjoying student life, going out, eating out, and traveling. Therefore, I did not reach my original goal of setting up 6 months of my expenses after my bachelor. However, I did so in the first year back at university for my master's degree instead. Let's just say that I don't regret it at all this way. In summary, setting smart financial goals involves assessing your current situation, defining specific and measurable goals, ensuring that they're achievable and realistic, aligning them with your values, and setting time-bound deadlines. By following these steps and remaining flexible, you will be on your way to breaking your bad money habits and achieving financial security. Now that we've covered the steps to set smart financial goals, let's discuss some practical tips to help you stay on track and reach your goals more effectively. Tip 1. Tracking your progress and celebrating small wins. Regularly monitoring my progress was crucial to me for staying motivated and ensuring I moved in the right direction. I personally used Excel to track my progress as I'm a finance nerd, but to make it more easier for you, you can use newer tools like budgeting apps or other spreadsheets to keep track of your finances and measure your progress towards your goals. And also, don't forget to celebrate the small wins along the way. Acknowledging your achievements, even the small ones, can boost your motivation and keep you focused on the bigger picture. Tip 2. Leverage tools and resources for managing finances and tracking goals. At the time I started, there weren't nearly as many tools available as there are now. As I mentioned before, I used Excel at the time. But there are countless apps now and websites and books available to help you manage your money and stay on top of your financial goals. Some of my personal favorites I've linked down below, so you can check them out in the description. Tip 3. Accountability is key, either through a partner or a community. I was lucky to find my best friends of university, sharing a similar set of values and goals in my first year. Sharing goals with a trusted friend, family member, or even an online community can provide valuable support system and keep you accountable. If you like, you can share your goals down below in the comments as well. By openly discussing your financial goals, you'll benefit from encouragement, advice, and sometimes even a friendly nudge when you need it the most. Tip 4. Continue to learn and to do to stay motivated and focused on your financial goals. This can be hard at first, but by surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, reading about personal finance, continuing educating yourself about money management can help a lot. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, and join online communities to learn from others' experiences and stay inspired and focused. Following these tips and staying committed helped me personally a lot. And I hope it will help you as well to achieve your smart financial goals. That's it for today's video on breaking bad money habits and setting smart financial goals. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up for the algorithm and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more personal finance, investing, and self-development content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.